Last week we talked a little about PSAs, or public service announcements. For those of you who are here, this will just be a review, and for those of you who are not able to join us, you'll get an understanding about PSAs. So what is the definition of a PSA? Well, it is an advertisement to raise awareness on important issues while disseminating, also known as sharing, information quickly and efficiently. PSAs are usually 60 seconds or less, although some are longer. Wait, what? Bottom line, the goal of a PSA is to get right to the point and get you thinking. Even though a public service announcement usually doesn't require a lot of script writing, they do require people to tell a story, a persuasive story. Think back to school and your persuasive writing. PSAs are often visual stories that provide information to an audience to evoke an emotion and often have a call to action, so they want you to do something. There are many different types of PSA topics out there. Here are some examples. Washing your hands, social distancing, recycling, not littering, anti-bullying, being kind, global warming. The list goes on and on. A PSA can be print, like these ones. This is a PSA for not throwing plastic into our oceans. Do any of you eat sushi? This is showing sushi rolls, but instead of fish inside, it is showing plastic. Ew. This is along the same idea, not littering, especially when it could end up in our waters. We don't bathe in filth, so why should animals? Since PSAs try to get right to the point, sometimes dramatic images are used like this PSA for not smoking. It shows what looks like a person crying out for help that is the smoke of a cigarette. Or it can look like this, an illustration or a drawing. This is a PSA to pay attention and not get hit by a bus while walking across the street. Good advice, really. PSAs can also be in video format, like these.
One man. One bottle. It doesn't seem like much. There are 7 billion people on this planet, and 325 million Americans. We use 25 million plastic bottles every hour. Most of them are thrown away. We don't realize how much we waste. But if 10% of Americans decided to recycle newspapers, we would save 25 million trees a year. So the next time you finish reading a newspaper, or finish that last drop, instead of throwing it away, choose to recycle.
See how these are about recycling, but they're short and sweet. They get right to the point. Here's another example. This one was made by students. It's about being kind.
I don't know what to say. There's not really much for me to say. If I wanted everybody to know something about me, it would be my love of culinary. A lot of the time I'm kind of grouped into speech and debate or that one nerd.
I don't like to go by my first name because people like to change it up and make it more inappropriate than it needs to be.
That loud noises make me really nervous.
I like to have fun a lot.
PSAs can also use humor. Humor works very well to get attention. Take a look at this one about having manners on the subway.
ー街道の交通機関案内。
I see you blocking the aisle. That's a rude thing to do. This causes problems because people can't get around you. So when you bring your things like bags or luggage, put them in the proper place. That's metro etiquette. When you're on the train, you need to leave some space so we can go about a day. Don't block the doors or block the aisles. That is not okay. You need to leave some space, so can you please get out the way? Leave some room for the rest of us.
Video PSAs don't have to be actual humans on camera. You could use what's called stop animation, or taking photos or videos of drawings or other items to put together videos like these.
Lend a hand.
Lend a heart.
Help stop bullying with
LHMH Melvin Anti-Bullying Foundation.
Class, I just received a notice an earthquake is about to strike. But don't worry. As long as we evacuate safely, we'll all be fine.
Wait, what? I should have paid attention in class.
Here is another PSA that isn't video, exactly, not using humans, but with Legos. This one's a little bit longer than the typical 60 seconds or less, but I thought it was funny.
Pardon me, Batman, but we're rolling.
1 second. 999. 1,000. Sorry, had to get my swole on. Camera ready, you know. Okay, so I hear you need my help. Something about a dude named COVID?
Actually, we're here to discuss the novel coronavirus, also known as COVID-19.
Lame nickname. But show me where he is, and I will bat-ter him. Bad pun intended.
I'm afraid you can't beat this up.
Wrong.
It's invisible.
You're invisible.
Look, it's not a person, it's a virus. Viruses are tiny particles that infect living hosts to reproduce.
Gross.
There are millions of different viruses with all kinds of shapes and sizes. The name coronavirus refers to its shape, which, when magnified, looks kind of like a crown.
Not really.
COVID-19 can cause flu-like symptoms and possibly lead to some very serious conditions.
Hey, not to be a buzzkill, but this is all kind of scary. Not for me, of course, but for the kids.
It's perfectly normal to feel scared or anxious, so if you're feeling this way, speak to a trusted adult, like a mother or father.
Yeah, I'm an orphan, so...
Any trusted adult will do. Most healthy people, especially children, show very mild symptoms, but it can be much more serious for those with other health issues, so stopping the spread is especially important for them. And remember, while we can't beat it up, if we work together...
I work alone.
If we work together, we can beat this.
I got this. Look, you guys can be superheroes by simply listening to health experts and helping stop the spread of the virus, which is far less difficult than my job, fighting crime, but still super important. Remember the things that we can all do to help get us through this time safely. Wash your hands, maintain good social distancing, and watch Lego Batman on repeat. How's that?
Oh, exactly what I should have expected.
I win again.
So there are all types of PSAs out there, but the really effective ones evoke a strong emotion in the audience. They usually encourage the viewer to want to take some type of action, like spaying and neutering pets, or donating money, switching to reusable baggies, being kind, not bullying, washing your hands. Basically, the point of a successful PSA is being very persuasive.